Welcome back to this channel. Today we are talking about my favorite products from 2022. So if you want to see all of the products I absolutely love and still love from this year, then keep on watching. And also if you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I absolutely love colorful and fun makeup looks. And if you want to see more fun and color in your timeline, then subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week. This was, by the way, a really difficult decision, but we're doing this. I am absolutely happy and excited because this year is going to an end and next year will bring us even more and fun things. Also keep in mind, of course, we are not, at least at this point, December is not over yet. So of course there will be new products, but if I will then include them maybe in next loves from next year. But yeah, just so you know that of course the year is not over yet and there are more things to come. But yeah, just so you know, I will include of course the products I loved and probably will tell you why. So yeah, if you love that, then subscribe again. But yeah, I hope you have fun. Okay, let's start with all the products I loved in 2022. I did try a lot of products and I have to say this one is the best of the best, at least in my opinion. So tell me down in the comments also which is your favorite product or products from the year. And yeah, just let us jump right in it. Maybe I'm starting how I would do my makeup somehow. And we go from there to eyeshadow palettes because that's the last step normally in my routine. And let me start maybe with a setting spray. And I absolutely love the Milk Hydro Grip. Which one is this? Grip Set and Refresh Spray. This is a face spray. You just shake it and then you can spray your makeup. This is so satisfying. I know I don't have mascara now everywhere because this stuff is not waterproof in any shape or form, but I absolutely love this. This is refreshing my makeup. It definitely holds the makeup longer in place, which I absolutely love. And you know, this one is not like the other one, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer is my absolute favorite of all times. I won't mention it here because I don't discover it in this year, but again, love this stuff. Couldn't say anything bad about it. Again, it also has a really fine mist, which is amazing. Then let me come to maybe brows, because I absolutely loved my brow powder, which is the Glam Shop brow powder, and this is eyebrow shadow, Glam Shop. Listen, I threw this one twice to the ground and I had to repress it twice, and you can definitely tell it's just one color. This is, by the way, the number 3. And yeah, normally this has a split pan with 2 different shadows. Again, I dropped it twice and I had to repress it twice. So this is the powder now, and you can definitely tell I did like to use it, so that's why I have it in this. Also, I have 3 concealers this year. Did I? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do have 3 concealers that I absolutely loved, and these are the only ones I still have in my collection except my MAC palette, to be honest. And I think the one that is maybe not a surprise if you watch my 22 and 22 is of course my NYX Serum Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This one is just gorgeous. It has a pump, which sometimes I love, sometimes I hate, you know what I mean? I think this one would be, probably because of the pump, amazing for makeup artists. Again, for me it's a little bit annoying. I wish more for doe foot, but on the other hand, I'm wearing it today. I love it. The shade I have is Fair. Yes, the Fair. Amazing. I absolutely loving. And again, I do have more mature eyes, if you will, or under eyes. I am 35 at the moment, so yeah, just so you know, I do love it though. It is gorgeous, and I do enjoy, which was quite surprising for me, is also the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. This is the shade Porcelain with vitamin C. It looks like the one from like Charlotte Tilbury, the packaging at least a little bit. You can definitely tell this is not the best packaging ever. just saying. It is definitely a little bit harder to get in and out of the packaging, and then you just twist it up and that's it. Again, I don't like the packaging, but the product itself is really nice. It is a more light coverage, but again, I still like it a lot, which, I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be in this, you know what I mean? And a more new product is definitely the Maybelline Superstay Activewear concealer, and this one is in the shade 05. Do love it. Do love this stuff. It is amazing. It does not crease. Listen, this is a little bit more medium to fuller coverage, I would say, depending on what you use it with and how much you use it, of course. But again, I do love it. This one has a regular doe foot applicator. It is, or well, regular, I don't know. It is more of a slim doe foot, but again, I do love it. I do love it. Which, again, that makes sense because we are in the favorite route, if you will. For foundation, this is the only foundation I think I wore in 2022 after discovering this and purchasing this. Again, I did purchase this product this year, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Listen, I absolutely love this stuff. I am wearing it today. This is the shade 1 Neutral, which you can tell I love this. You can tell. Listen, of course it is in my project pen, that's why I'm using it the whole time, but if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have picked it, and yes, I love this foundation. Let's come maybe to eyeshadow primer. I do have two that I loved a lot, and first of all is the one I'm using today, and that is the Maybelline Endless Stay Eye Primer. This is the Eyeshadow Intensifier Increases Smudge Proof. Listen, I do have oily lids. They're not cute, and this stuff is holding up. Do I need to say more? And again, it is quite affordable, which I absolutely love. And then the second one I discovered this year as well, and this is the Kaleidos Tone Activated Primer. This one has a little bit more, like a little bit more color than this. They're both like more colorless primers, but this you can't even tell that you have it. And this one has a little bit of color. I did show you the whole collection in my, and also like a demonstration of this one in my Kaleidos video where I reviewed the Night of Creation palette. I will link that there. Yeah, I do love this. It is beautiful, and again, it has like a little tip applicator. This one though, the other one has a doe foot. Let me, just a doe foot applicator. Do like both of them. Really, really nice ones. I do love these. And when we come to eyeshadow bases, also some eyeliners, and then I do have like technically two different kinds, but in general it's like, I don't know, 8-9 shades. I do have two specific shades for the NYX Epic Wear liner sticks, and then this one is Pink Spirit. I did love this, and I use it quite a bit. I do love the color. I do love the stay. I do love that it's really quite pigmented. You don't have to like drag it into your waterline. And I also have the other shadow, which is, let me tell, Blue Teddy. I don't want to mess that up. So both of them I absolutely love. This one is looking in your waterline more like a white-ish color, but again, I do love this, and it's really, really pigmented. You can tell without like dragging on your, listen, I'm blind without my glasses, but yeah, these are beautiful and stunning. I can totally recommend more of these, except the one shade, which just for me doesn't work, but in general, I do think they are really, really pigmented, really nice, and I do love them. And the same goes for the, again, Kaleidos liners. These ones are the Epiphany eyeliners, if I'm not mistaken. Like, listen, this is the Epiphany Glow Melt On eyeliner. And there are 6 shades. I do have the whole collection. Again, I did buy the whole collection from Kaleidos when it came out with the, this one, with the Night of Creation collection. And these are, let me tell you, these are stunning, and that is the fun part. These are shimmer and multi-chrome and duochrome eyeshadow sticks. Let me try to like do it at least a little bit more accurate with these. There are again 6 different shades. I love them quite a bit. Again, you can use them as eyeliners, you can use them in your inner waterline. I did have that on today. I do have, which one is the shade I have? I think I have on today this one, Solaris, which again, beautiful shade. They are really, really sparkly. They are a little bit more soft, I would say. So don't maybe like drag too much out of the tube. But again, they are stunning. You can definitely tell. These are so much fun and I absolutely love the colors. I'm normally not the biggest fan of eyeliners, except these ones and the Maybelline ones. But again, these are gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this, it's stunning. And then another shadow or another product I did use more than usual in 2022 than like otherwise. This is not a new product, this is not come out in 2022, it was beforehand, but these are the glitters, and this one in particular is this is the Pixie by Petra, and this is the liquid fairy lights in crystalline. This is gorgeous. I do love this shadow in my inner corner or in my lower lash, not in my lower lash line, but like underneath my lower lash line. You can definitely tell I did use this quite a bit because normally it's a little bit more flexible. It is just like, they do have also other colors, but I do love the more clearish color. This one is the shade, this one. You can definitely tell it's just like a little bit of a glow. It's not too much, you know. And also I do like the doe foot applicator. Again, it is one of those, like, maybe you can here see a little bit more slim, so you can definitely go underneath your eyes. Again, I like it in this area and also here quite a lot, and that's why I love it a lot. Let's talk about brushes. I would say I absolutely love and adore the Blend Bunny's brushes. Amazing. I love them. I think it's 5. I'm not sure. Maybe I missed one of them. I got them for free because my order was like stuck. I know you know the story, and there was something missing. So she sent again another palettes from the Blend Bunny side, as well as these brushes, and they are amazing. I absolutely love them. If you order from Blend Bunny or Monolith, I think they also get the brushes, then this is like phenomenal. I absolutely love these. I love these, and I use them in almost every single look. That means a lot. And when we talk about face product, let's also talk about bronzer. And I think the first, like the product, where is it here? I think the bronzer that maybe will not surprise anyone, I discovered it this year and I fell in love and I absolutely loved it since, is the Peri Para, which one is this? The Ink V shading in the shade 03 Hazel Gray. This one is the perfect contour and bronzer for me. And if you say, well, contour and bronzer, I'm saying, no, they are not. But I am fair AF. And I feel like this one can do both without looking too orange. And I love that. You can use it as a contour, but you also can bronze a little bit to give more dimension with this. This one is a new one, by the way, because the other one is almost empty and it is shadowed, and I love it, and I will of course use it up. So yeah, this one is my backup because again I wanted to show you a more nice product. Again, it's shadowed, and yeah, this one is the packaging, by the way. It looks really, really cute. And then when we talk about face products, of course I need to talk about blushes, and I think the biggest surprise for me are the Kaleidos blushes. This one is the, oh, which one is it? The previous collection from them. No, Smoky Nostalgia collection, exactly. This is the Smoky Nostalgia collection, and I love the blushes, and these two in particular. One of them is Sunburned and one of them is Joyride. I don't know which one is which because they don't have anything on there, but I do love both of these shades. A nudish color and a more corally color. Gorgeous. gorgeous. Even though this is a little bit more like orangey coral, again, I love both of them. They're amazing. They have 5 colors. I do like all of them. There's also like a really, really cool tone pink with this. I love that as well. Yeah, these ones, face product wise, are amazing. And then I also have one face palette, which I discovered like a month or 2 ago. But listen, it's worth it. And this is the Linde Hallberg Infinity palette. This one is the fair. I don't know if the other one is called differently, but again, this is the fair one. I love it. Listen, I love it. There are 2 highlighters that work for me. There are 2 blushes, again, a more pinky and a more corally leaning, a more warmer tone one. There are some contour powders. You can use them as well on your brows, and then you do have a really, really, really dark brownish red, a brownish black, and then also like a caramelly color. So you can use this palette on your face and on your eyes, which I absolutely love. And I think I will travel with this palette a lot next year. So yeah, this one is definitely, or will be, my go-to palette that I bring on trips and everything, because again, I do love the shades and the shades work really, really nicely. Let me talk about lip products before we go into eyeshadow palettes, because I do have a big case of eyeshadow palettes. Let me talk about one lip product in particular. I did love a lot of things, and when I show you, you will see what the point is. And these are... Listen, I'm weak. I'm weak for like products, lip products in particular. I'm even more weak when it is about the Superstay Maybelline things. These are the Superstay vinyl inks from Maybelline. I have, if you can't tell, 5 shades of, I think 8 or something, or 9. I have, of course, the shade Royal, which is the deep red. I do have Red Hot, yes, which is the more reddish orange color. I do have other 3 nudes, which is Cheeky, which is my perfect lip but better. Then I also have Peachy, which I do also love a lot because it's a little bit warm toned nude. And I also have Lippy, which is a little, you know what I mean. Let me... No, maybe not swatch these, because these are staining, just saying. These are staining, I absolutely love them. And there will be new colors, which I also like. Also, they're really lasting a whole lot of hours, and I do love the colors. I do love that they are more glossy, really, really comfortable. Listen, I'm obsessed, as per usual. Okay, let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. This is, I think, the biggest of them all. Of course, I did buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes in 2022. I think 30 or something, 30, 35. I started with around 50 palettes. Now I have like 90 or so. You will see my palette declutter in a bit. Or you did already saw it. If it is already up, I will link it down below. But yeah, I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes I absolutely loved this year, and I'm still loving. And I think these are the best of the best, at least in my opinion. If you're not that opinion, write it down in the comments. Just saying. Let me maybe start with Colourpop. I think I have 2 palettes of Colourpop. I'm thinking. First of all, again, the Oh Could You Not palette. I think I listed that one quite a bit. I absolutely love the colors. And I think this is a great companion palette for all the others, of course, but also I just love purples, and I think this one has an amazing quality. I do love every single shade. I do love that there is a deep purple, but also like a deep reddish color. This one is a stunning colors. You can go really, really light, which I absolutely love. Love this palette. Still am. Even though I bought it, I think, beginning of the year. Still love this. And then another palette, which obviously is the Star Wars and Colourpop palette. For this year, this is one of the palettes I like the most. And even though like this is a neutral and colorful palette, I do love the dark red here and this stunning dark blue. There are a lot of, like, you can go warm toned as well as cool toned with this. I do love it. I wish though that this and this shade, again, I said that in the review I did with that. I'm trying to link every single video I did with the products as well. I think that these marble shades should have been maybe medium red and blue. Just my opinion, and maybe like a really, really light red. But other than this, I absolutely love this palette, and I think this was one of the best releases from Colourpop this year. Just saying. But then of course we do have other palettes, like, listen, I absolutely love the Linda Hallbeck Shimmer Saga palette. This is an all shimmer palette, and you will definitely see another one of these in this year in the stash, but I think that this is an amazing palette. Again, it's an all shimmer palette, so you definitely can combine them with the face palette, for example. And I thought, like, this is amazing. Like, you can have the Shimmer Saga and then also the Infinity palette, and then, you know, you can travel with them, and I think that is just amazing. I do love the colors. Amazing. And the other palette that is also all shimmer palette is the Gloss Gods Dancing in the Sky palette. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, look at this. Isn't this not the best thing since sliced bread? I do love greens, but they are also like tealy colors, which in this light it's difficult to see, but these are both are teal shades. You don't see that, maybe like this. You can definitely see it in the mirror reflection. Then you do also have the more purpley shades and pinky shades. You do have the greens. You do have this beautiful lime green, like, look at this. And I do also love that it's really going light to deep. You do have a variety on formulas. In particular, I mean, gorgeous, and I definitely will buy more from Gloss Gods. If you see this, I already did the unboxing of the Secret Santa box. Again, I will link that. Also, a palette I think I used the most, probably in 2022, is a Sigma palette. Yes, I know, it's the New Mod palette. I think you can see the writing. You get also like a brush with it, and this is the palette. It is more a neutral and burgundy pinky color, but I love it, and this shade is stunning. It has also a blue shift. The quality of this is amazing. Definitely one of my favorite palettes this year. Again, you can use it all day. You can like do a little bit more color. Again, it is of course limited color wise because you don't have a lot, but I feel like it is a stunning palette, and again, a stunning formula. So definitely we'll try more of these palettes in the future. We just have 4 palettes left, which, listen, again, I did buy a lot of them, just saying. But again, one of them is of course the Uden's Eye and Agnieszka palette. I do love this palette, and I do love the formula from Uden's Eye, which I discovered, I feel like this year or last year, and I think this is stunning. They do pick a multi-chrome in it. I think the color story is amazing if you like greens and pinks, and you know, it's gorgeous. I think it is discontinued now and it is sold out, but if it's not, again, I will try to link everything. Love the color story, love a yellowy green look, so yeah. Do love this palette a lot. And then we do have 2 more, like one more neutral, one more mixed, and one of the mixed ones is of course the New Mood palette from Beauty Bay. Listen, I'm talking about the Beauty Bay formula quite some time now. I think in 2020 I started with having palettes, and this one is my absolute favorite of all of them. Listen, that is, I know, hard to say, but it is, because look at this. Look at this. I love it. You can do quads. Like, I feel like this is a really nice quad friendly palette, if you will. You do have blues, pinks, yellowy browns, you do have greens. I absolutely love it. I love it. Again, they do have the yellows. You do have these shades that are like shifting towards pink and blue. The colors and the formula, amazing. I do love this shade as well. This is reminding me a lot of the one from Agnieszka and Kaleidos. If you didn't have that palette, I think this shade is like quite similar. I did love all the looks I did with this palette, and again, it's my favorite, I have to say. Even though the wildness is like close, really close, but yeah, this is an amazing palette. And then we do have 2 palettes that I think I purchased more recently, and one is of course the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. I feel like I do love the quality of the bigger palettes more than the ones from the 9-pound palettes. I feel like this one is particularly standing out for me because you do have a more cool tone side and then you do have a more warm tone side, and I think especially for that, I think this one will be my go-to neutral palette because I have both of them. I wish though there would be like a little bit more differentiation between these matte shades, but that's just me. I would have wished for maybe a white or something, because shimmer wise it is just a little bit mid-toned and this shade here is not as light as hoped. But other than this, I feel like this is great. I don't like every single shade in this palette. Again, this one here is not quite my favorite, but other than this, I think that this is a really great palette, and I think that this should be like a place where we maybe go from. So this is an amazing palette again. And then the last palette is one I bought in autumn, which I just love the color story and I love the quality, and that is the Nomad Hudson Valley palette. I know. This one again is a quite recent purchase. I just feel like this is screaming fall and winter. I don't know why. I do love that this is a matte heavy palette. We do have 3 shimmer shades in the middle. Then you do have a cool tone side and again warm tone side. I do love it. Also, you go from light to deep, which I love. Yeah, I just love the palette. Again, I wish that there would be maybe one lighter green or something that is really, really light. But then again, I don't mind. This one is also working quite good as an inner corner highlight. But again, I love it. It is super, super cute. I really like that palette. I hope that this would not, like, I was a little bit speeding because I had so many products in here, but I still hope you saw other products I just loved in 2022. I hope you like them as well. Again, tell me down in the comments what was your favorite product of 2022, on which of the products you definitely want to try or see even more in action. I mean, I'm open for that, just saying. And I hope you have a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.